Yo, guys, I got a little bit more to show here on this BBS concept. Uh, what did I show you last week? Let me think. While people are yelling right outside of my window, that's nice. Um, yeah, so I showed off the login systems, which is going to be based on public key crypto. So there's no passwords or usernames. It's actually going to generate a login key for you, which is just a cryptographic signing key. And that's what you're going to use when you're posting. You're just going to digitally sign your posts. And I already implemented all of that. And the other thing I think I showed you last week was that in the editor, you can add, this is probably the coolest feature of the whole thing. You can actually add arbitrary images and it will convert it into ANSI art for you. So I never get tired of like trying new pictures and seeing what they look like as ANSI art. So like for example, this one is that little dystopian image I had before. And yeah, I mean, it just turns it into ANSI art for you like that. So it's pretty awesome. And so this week I implemented actually posting. So now the send button actually works. And so this actually generated the post and sent it to the server, and it digitally signed it and all of that stuff. So just to show you I'm not lying, I'll open it in the terminal version here. Make it a little bit bigger. And we can see it right there. So that's what it looks like in this particular terminal. I don't know why it's different than this, but I'll have to look into that. But anyway, so the ANSI art stuff works in the terminal as well, especially if you have true color support in your terminal. It will really work well. But anyway, that's what I showed off last week. The big thing that I worked on this week is music, which is important because that's kind of the whole point of ANSIWAVE. It was a combination of ANSI art and MIDI music. So I implemented that so you can actually make MIDI music in your posts. So for example, right in here, I'll just use the little built-in scripting language, and I'll just play a little chord, and it works in your browser. You can do, do, re, mi, fa, G, A, B. I think that's. And so it's a live. So this same editor that you use to write your post is also a live music editor as well, and it has everything that the current ANSIWAVE version has. I just made them eighth notes. You could change the instrument. Isn't that awesome? And so you get all the same stuff, and you have the tutorial, which already was in the release version right now. So that way you can learn more about how to make MIDI music with the built-in scripting language. And by the way, you can play all the stuff in here as well. So you could just go like. And where's that flute one? Yeah. Isn't that cool? So all of that stuff works in here now, which I didn't think I would be able to do actually, because getting it to work in the browser version especially was really hard. It's a totally different environment, so I had to do a lot of work to get that running. But anyway, you can make MIDI music, and then you can embed it in your post, hit send like that, and other people, when they come across your post, will be able to play it as well. So, it just totally changes the dynamic now because, in the current version, obviously, it's just an offline tool. But with this BBS, you'll be able to create MIDI music, and then other people can comment on it and remix it and all that stuff. So I think it'll be amazing. You take this, you combine it with the ANSIWAVE stuff. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Here's one of the ANSIWAVE things that I made in the old version, and now it's inside the BBS, and I can actually play it. Yeah, so I won't bother playing all of it, but yeah, so now the music portion is implemented and works in any normal browser. So it's funny because I actually, some of you might even remember this if you've been following me, but a couple of years ago, it's probably more than a couple now. I made a website that let you create MIDI music with code. It was called MIDI bin. And, in that case, it used closure code. And so it's kind of funny that I'm circling back on that concept now, except this time it's actually implemented better because MIDI bin required using the server to generate the music. So you would send all of the code to the server, and the server would generate the music and send it back. This is generating all the music client side. It's generating it all in WebAssembly. So, it's a pretty big difference, in terms of simplicity and hopefully cost as well, because I don't have to shoulder all of that cost server side if you can just generate the music client side. So, I think this is going to be awesome. It's going to work so well, and it's going to be pretty unique. So, I got a long way to go still with this stuff. I got a lot of the basic functionality built in and working. And this, by the way, I guess I'll show you that it works in the terminal version too when you play something. So, it works in both of them, and yeah, I still got lots of polishing to do and various things like adding moderation commands so the moderator can do all that stuff. Because sensible moderation is good, you still need that. And I still haven't done searching, so I need to do that as well. So there's plenty of stuff, but I don't know. I think it's getting there. And, the MIDI stuff might not be as big as I expect. Maybe it's not something normal people care about, but I felt like it needed to be there since it's really a big part of ANSIWAVE itself. So I wanted to add that in, but obviously just basic BBS functionality is important too. So, I want you to be able to search and follow other users, perhaps, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna work on that next and see how far I can take it. But anyway, that's all I got for now. I hope you like it. If not, then screw you.